Money is not the root of all evil. The lack of money is. This is a quote I heard when I was reading Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and it really hit me. It just brought me back to feeling the anxious, the overwhelmed, the depressed feelings that I had living paycheck to paycheck, not knowing how you're going to put gas in the car, not knowing how you're going to put food on the table, having to say no to your kids. No, you can't do those things. No, we can't go on those vacations. No, we can't enter whatever it is here, right? And it really stuck with me. So I wanted to make a video of 4 ways that money is earned and how that can all play out in your life. So the biggest one is employment, right? We trade our time for money. This is what we're groomed to do. We get up, we go to school, we graduate, we get a job. We get a job, we clock in from 9 to 5, we're paid for our hours. You're paid I don't even know, $10 per hour, $20 per hour, $30 per hour. Everyone is paid a different hourly rate, but you're trading your time for money. And then often that's not enough. So your spouse has to go get a job, or you have to go get a second job where you are paid for more money for your time, and you run out of time. There's only so much time that you can trade for money. This is the classic way that people are making money. This is not a right way. This is not a wrong way. This is just the classic way that people are paid. What they forget about is the other 3 ways that you can make income, but it's not mutually exclusive. You don't have to just trade your time for money, and you don't have to just do the other 3 ways. You get to do whatever it is that you want. So let's talk about those other 3 ways. The next way is services. Doing a service for money. This isn't based on time. It's based on something that you do. For instance, Uber, Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, those are all services for money. You get paid a certain amount of money for picking up the food, taking it to the customer. Boom, done. However long that takes you is however long that takes you, but you are paid per job. Same thing with a plumber who starts his own business. You're paid per job. There are plumbers who work per hour. There are tradesmen who work per hour. But if you start your own thing, then you're paid per job. Or if you're contracted with a company, you can be paid per job. That means that you have the flexibility to knock it out. I remember when I first got my job working at a laser tag place, we had a checklist of all the things that we had to do. So I was paid per hour. So I clocked in, but I was ready to knock it out. I did the checklist thing I needed to do, and I actually had my boss tell me, like, Candace, you're paid per hour, slow down. But me just having a good work ethic and wanting to knock it out, I would have thrived in a pay per job kind of scenario, but I was 18, didn't know what I was doing at that time. Another example of this would be house cleaning. You're paid per job. You can go in and be effective and clean the house in 1 hour, or you can do it slowly and take 3. Either way, you're paid per job. Doesn't matter how long you're taking. Those are the 2 biggest ways that people earn an income. The other 2 are a little bit more either seemingly exclusive or people aren't too sure about. So the next way is getting paid residual or passive income and what that looks like. This is something that I have been researching. I actually created a free guide. So if you scroll down in the description, you'll see a link to a free guide on the top 3 ways that I've learned how to make an income online that is passive. These can be network marketing, affiliate marketing, digital products, selling digital products, drop shipping, consulting, coaching, so many different things. But the goal here is that you do something one time and then you make an income off of it. But I want to advise you that passive income doesn't mean that you don't do anything and you get paid for it. It just means that you do something once and then you don't have to do it again. For instance, if you create a course, you spent the time and energy creating the course, and you get to then sell it as many times as you want. Similar to writing a book, right? You write a book, you write the book once, and then you can be selling millions of copies. You don't have to rewrite the book every time you sell it. That is deemed a passive income. You put that work in, but then you get to sell 1 million copies, and you don't have to write it 1 million times. So I hope that kind of cleared it up. Passive income doesn't actually mean that you put no work in. It just means that you put in the work once, and then you sold it as many times. You see this a lot with network marketing. You partner with a company, they have the products, they ship them out. You really just have to create the connections through marketing. This could be online or in person. It's a great way to make money from your phone or from social media, but you make that connection once, and then that person finds a product line, your product line, that they really enjoy, and they continue making purchases. You only made that connection once, but then you get income residually every time that they order. That's passive residual income, same thing. So I made the free guide, check it out in the description, of my top 3 ways, what that looks like, and how you can kind of get started with that. This is a really great opportunity that you can do while you're working a job, while you're doing services, while you're doing other things, because you get to decide how much effort you put into it, how much energy you put into it, and it can be 100% on your own time. So as you are doing these 3 things, trading time for money, getting paid per job, or creating that extra income online through passive and residual income, and you start to have a savings, then you go to the 4th way, investments. Investments are scary sounding, right? Especially if you don't have any extra money to invest, you almost just count yourself out of it and you stop thinking about it and you're just trying to survive. But as you start to create an income in different ways, you're trading time for money, but you're also growing your business online. You're trading time for money, but you're also doing services for money on the weekends, different things like that, and you start to have that extra money, you need to connect with a financial planner to help you figure out what investments make the most sense for you. There are so many, and I won't even pretend that I know anything really about investments, but what I do know is that to build wealth, you need to invest. There is only so much you can do in these other 3 to get to a wealthy place where you have that generational wealth. Investments are where that comes in. But you can invest in stocks, you can invest in other people's businesses, you can invest in property. There's so many different ways to invest your money to make your money work for you. But reach out to a financial planner for all the details on that. So those are the 4 ways that you can make an income. And remember, you can do all 4. You can work your 9 to 5, you can get paid per job on the weekend, and in the evenings, you can be building that passive and residual income through your phone on social media, and then you can start to invest. And really, when you are doing all 4 of those, or a combination of 3 of those, or 2 of those, that's when you actually start to thrive. There's amazing ways to make money from home in all of these opportunities, but getting out there, doing the research, check out that free guide that I made for y'all. So many opportunities out there to help you create an income, because we know right now in this economy and other economies, you cannot live off of one income. Even as just one person, not even a family, just as one person, it's almost impossible to live off of one income, let alone a family of 5 like mine. We cannot live off one income, and I'm a master's of social work, right? It's just not possible. So you need to find a way to create an extra income, but there's so many different opportunities that are going to work for you and your families. Check out that free guide linked in the description, and leave me a comment if you have more questions on how to make it work for you and your family. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll talk to you next time.